Really are staggering. Up to 1,400 people a day caught while trying to cross the border, and many of them are children traveling by themselves. While some say it's an immigration issue, others call it a refugee crisis. NBC4's John Caddy's Cleanback joins us now with a story he's really been following for several months now. John.
Yeah, Colleen, at noon we shared with you our conversation last night with local Congresswoman Judy Chu. She joined others today to promote a bill to help thousands of undocumented children get attorneys to help them plead their cases in immigration court. Tonight, we wanted to go a little deeper. What does it mean for the kids still trying to escape their homeland?
These are children, and children, no matter where they come from, need to be taken care of.
Congresswoman Karen Bass speaking this afternoon about VIVA, the Vulnerable Immigrant Voice Act of 2014, legislation to provide legal representation to the very young and the disabled who cross into the U.S. illegally.
That they would leave their country for fear of their life on their own. The least we could do is provide them legal assistance.
When immigration got me, that was the only scary part that I remember.
We introduced you to Bell Gardens' 15-year-old Brian Alvarez in March, who made the dangerous trek alone from El Salvador. He got lucky. Local immigration attorney Nelson Castillo took his case pro bono as part of the nonprofit KIND, or Kids in Need of Defense.
We have seen it coming for some time.
Castillo says the VIVA bill is an immediate remedy to a very long process that becomes more complicated when kids can't defend themselves.
The key is for us not to rush to judgment for political expediency and not give an opportunity to somebody to voice their story.
The numbers of undocumented, unaccompanied minors had grown exponentially in the last year, with estimates it'll reach 90,000 by this year's end. And there's a cost to this, one that taxpayers ultimately have the burden of paying.
Well, we all pay, but let me just tell you, it's one of these situations where you're going to pay either way.
Because it's a federal issue, the cases can be handled anywhere in the country. But in Murrieta today, near the Border Patrol station, we found some feeling it's just not a fair system.
The people that are here in California that get caught should be processed in California. The people in Texas should be processed in Texas. The people in Arizona should be processed in Arizona. I think that's a more fair system.
And we also got word today, although no specific reason, that plans to fly some of those kids to the Murrieta location have been put on hold, and there remains hundreds, though, at the Naval Base Ventura County shelter. And tomorrow, a hearing in Washington will update us on what the government is doing about the thousands of kids continuing to cross, even as we speak. Live in the newsroom, I'm John Caddy's Cleanback, NBC4 News.
Thank you, John.